Boom, peace intro. What's up, guys? Man, finally getting hot in that shop. Tell you that. Anyway, I just got a few cars I found. Nothing major, but figured I'd show them. I haven't found anything in a while. Nothing really big, but figured I'd show those real quick. And yeah, I heard people talking about the bug. I didn't get the bug today. I didn't even try. Didn't look that fabulous to me. I don't know. Plus, they ain't even planning on delivering it till like March of next year or something. And I'm tired of waiting on stuff that long because I forget about it. But I mean, a super cool hot rod or something, or old muscle car, I'd have waited for, But that bug, I wasn't really too worried about it. I am going to try to get the Camaro next week. I need 4 of them at least, because I have that many people, counting myself, that want one. But I don't know if I'll be lucky enough to achieve that, but I'm going to try. And I go on vacation 2 days after that, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll have a video or not. Anyway, I wanted to ask you guys about something. It's kind of been bumming me out for a while now, but it just kind of makes you worry. But I mean, ain't much I could do. But it just brought it up again today when I seen a video. But Treat Williams, the actor, he's played in some pretty cool things. But anyway, he just got killed on a motorcycle. Last week, riding along, somebody pulled right out in front of him. Bam, done deal. That, I think I've told you guys before, that's exactly why I got rid of my bike. I was almost killed several times, but I mean 3 of them were so close it was unbelievable. One time I went up a curb, barely got away onto the sidewalk. Another time the guy was running from the cops, came around the corner and I had nowhere to go. And if it wasn't for at the last minute, that guy swerved his car, went up the curb and took out a bus stop just to miss me, thankfully. So I guess you could say he gave himself up to keep from hitting me. Other than that, I'd have been done. I mean, this guy was hauling ass. And then another time, well, there's a few. One person ran right up on my rear end, and I took off into the intersection. I didn't really count that one. But another one, a guy pulled straight out in front of me again. And I've been riding bikes since I was young. So there's a method to that. You can't just get on the front brake. You need to hit the back brake, throttle the front, gear it down. You need to use all the motorcycle you can as stopping power, because it doesn't stop. People think that it'll just stop. It's a little bitty thing. No, it doesn't work like that. And so I came up on this thing just throttling the brake, everything I can, gearing down sideways to keep from hitting that car. Stop just a few inches away. And it's just crazy. And I realized then it just isn't worth it. And all of that was in Arizona, one of the best places I've ever rode a bike. The roads are great, not too bad, and it was 1996, 97 was the last incident there, before cell phones were really a big thing. There were some, but not everybody had them. Now everybody's got them, and they're on them all the time. You can't drive without seeing these people doing this shit, and you're in a car. So I came out here, and then the roads in Missouri totally sucked. Almost got hit again in the middle of nowhere. I finally sold that bike. It's just not worth it, and it isn't. Well, anyway, my oldest daughter's ex-husband has a bike now, and he rides my grandson around on it. And man, it just worries the shit out of me, because I don't think he understands that. I mean, I've told him the same thing that just happened to Treat Williams. It's happened to me and everybody. And look, he's dead. And I told him, but he rides him around on that Harley, and I don't think he understands how dangerous it is. I mean, he really don't. And the bad part is, I also don't think he understands if this happens to him and his son gets killed, my grandson, and he happens to live, the rest of his life he's going to realize that his error in judgment, his grave error in judgment, cost his son his life, and he's going to have to live with that till the end of his day. And it will eat him up. He could think about all he wants, but it will eat him up. I never rode my kids on the street for that very reason. And I mean, it's one thing, you know, you got dirt bikes and you take them off road, you know, somewhere and let them ride, have fun in the dirt or something. But on the streets, just way too dangerous, man. And I get it. It's totally fun. I mean, I want to do it. And I can't blame him for wanting to do it. And of course, the kids want to do it. You know, my grandson, I'm sure, is all for it. He wants to do it, you know, and, you know, just like us when we were kids, we all had that uncle or somebody showed up on a motorcycle and, hey, I want to ride, you know, because we want to do it. We don't understand the danger of this. And, so, and it's fun. I mean, I like doing it. I wish it wasn't so damn dangerous, because it's not. And I'm not talking about the danger on our part. I'm talking about the danger of other people. You can do everything right. And, I mean, Treat Williams been riding forever. Somebody pulled right out in front of him. Boom, done. That's all it takes. I mean, Keanu Reeves is a big-time bike rider. It can happen to him anytime as well. You know, and that's what sucks. It's just not worth the gamble. So that's what I don't think he understands, is it just ain't worth doing it. Well, it's been going for a while, and then I don't know, a week or so ago. I'm saying this because do you guys understand? Do you feel the same way? I mean, I know a lot of you guys are older like me, so you've been around long enough to understand what I'm saying. It's just it's not worth the risk, man. Unfortunately, I mean, because it is fun. It's nice to hit a road. Kids love it and all, but it ain't worth it. It is not worth it. I mean, I just seen another video last week. A guy took his kid on the bike. He was always real safe, and he went across the street, his 9-year-old son, to the taco place. They got some tacos. Coming out, car pulled right in front of him. He died. His son was in the hospital 5-6 months, broken pelvis, 9-year-old, all kind. But he lived. But dad's gone, and I mean, these videos are just one after another, man. A guy gets up one Saturday morning and takes his girlfriend's daughter for a ride around the block. Truck pulled out in front of him. She's dead. How do you think that played out? And now that boyfriend, I'm sure they're not together anymore, but no matter what, he's got to live with that the rest of his life. And it just isn't worth it. So anyway, a week or so ago, you know, my daughter's mentioning to me how he wants to take him to Branson on the bike. I mean, that's a 3-hour ride. Anyway, I mentioned when you're on the back of a Harley especially, it's easy to fall asleep. I mean, you're sitting there, it's vibrating there, and you fall asleep. Well, I told her, I said, shit, that's dangerous. He could fall asleep on that damn thing. And it's not a Harley with a thing wrapped around it, so you're sitting back there, you know, where you stay. Nothing's keeping you there. Well, she told me earlier today that I guess they went camping this weekend somewhere, and coming back, he told her that my grandson fell asleep on the back, and he had to keep hollering at him to keep him awake or something like that. And it's exactly what I was talking about. Exactly. And anyway, it's just, do you guys understand what I'm saying? And I've already told him how dangerous it was, but he doesn't seem to see that. He really don't seem to see that. And I assure you, once something happens, I mean, I like the guy. I mean, it's her ex-husband and all, and, you know, he's got his quirks like everybody does, but I like him, you know. But I don't know how I'd ever want to talk to him again. Something happened to my grandson from something stupid like that. Because it's fucking ignorant. Sorry. It's ignorant. It's a mistake. It's like people that leave a loaded pistol with one in the chamber, no safety on, just laying on the coffee table and go to sleep on the couch. And then you see them on the news, their child got a hold of it and shot themselves. You're an idiot. You're a blooming idiot. I mean, it's that kind of mistake. It's just like you know not to do this. But this isn't as bad as that. I guess I shouldn't say it's as bad as that, because, like I said, I get the fun part of the bike, but it's just not worth the risk, man. But anyway, that just worries me every day, man, every day. And I knew he was going to fall asleep, just like I know if this continues, he's going to have a problem on that bike. And I just hope my grandson's not with him. And it gets a little worse from what I understand. I've been riding bikes for a long, I think I got on my first one at 14, 15, and then rode it for, dirt bikes, everything. And for years, we'd take KZ 1000 street bikes through the trails, man. And of course, we didn't have gear. We didn't even wear goggles, helmets, nothing. But anyway, I've been riding a long time. He hasn't ever even had a bike that I know of. So this is like his first bike as far as that gets even worse, man. So anyway, it's not a laughing matter, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I know. What can you do, man? I'm just going to worry about it. And of course, my grandson's going to want to go. He's a kid. Of course he wants to ride the darn thing. But yeah, man, it just drives me bananas. And then I hear crap like that. So I already expect to get the phone call, And that's what guys do. People wonder why when something dramatic happens, I handle it pretty well. I don't seem to break down and sob. Do you know why? Because I've already processed that through my brain and accepted that it's going to happen. And then once you do that, you start realizing it, and it's not a shock when it does. You still hate it, but you already put yourself through all the emotions because you're already expected to happen. I guess it's as simple as like when your first dog dies. You're a little kid. That's probably what happened to me. My first little dog got run over by a car. After that, every dog I ever had, I just expected it to sooner or later get run over by a car. So it wasn't, it's just things like that. But yeah, I'm hoping nothing happens. I'm hoping he snaps out of it soon or something, or to be honest, I hope his bike blows up or something so he can't ride him anymore, because it's just not a smart thing. But let me know what you guys think. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on and on about it, but it has been weighing pretty heavy on me because I see too many of these videos like that. And see, my own son was doing that with my granddaughter 5-6 years ago. She was about 5 or 6, and man, I was flaming mad. I'd get so mad at him, like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? And so on and so on. And I was telling him, I don't even like seeing you on the bike, and you're going to come over here with her on the bike. And then finally, he didn't do that no more. He never said much why, but he didn't do it no more. And then he got rid of his bike. Okay, I'm willing to believe somebody pulled out in front of him. He almost got hit, something happened to him, and he got rid of that damn bike. But he ain't going to tell me. Why would he tell me? I've already been warning him about it. He's not going to admit to me that what I said was true. But all of a sudden, he didn't do that no more, and that bike was gone. And but anyway, I didn't ask, didn't care. Just as long as he's not riding my granddaughter on that damn bike anymore. But yeah, man, anyway, sorry guys, I didn't mean to go on about it, but it really just bugs me to death, man. And you guys are old enough to understand what I'm talking about, especially if you got a grandson, anybody doing that. It just makes no practical sense. And again, I know how much fun it is. It just ain't worth the risk. Anyway, I'm sorry, let me get past all that. And anyway, I finally found this moving parts brat. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Only one there. And I grabbed it. I was actually out, it was the other day when I went to eat ribs. My wife and I stopped at a couple Targets on the way back, and I found just a few things. And the new little motorcycle. And I grabbed that Mercedes because, man, that is a clean looking Mercedes. Look at that. New for 2023. The wheels, I even like the wheels on it. That is a good looking car. I really like it, so I grabbed it. And of course, I had to grab the new Zonda Pagani. I'm going to change the wheels out on it and put it on my shelf. Put some deep dish gold ones. And found one more of these, a newer one of these. Yeah, I started collecting these ever since I seen them on Trevor Samuta's channel. I went to Target right afterwards and I found the other three. Well, I seen this one the other day and I was like, oh great, is there a new set? But this was literally the only one. There was no new set. So if there's more, I haven't seen them yet. So I grabbed that one. And they're pretty cool. They're pretty detailed if you look at them. And then I grabbed this only because it had old time Bugs Bunny on it. It's a 44 coupe. They're $3 a piece. But anyway, it's Casablanca and it's got real Bugs Bunny on it, and it's really cool looking. And it has all of them there. It's got all of them on it, but I didn't really want them all. I almost got the van just because it's got all the old Looney Tunes on it. Well, not all of them. It's got Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, you know, Tweety Bird, Porky Pig, and Tasmanian Devil. But so I may grab the van later. I don't know. But this was a pretty cool looking car, so I grabbed it. And then a super cool Auto World, man. 79 Lincoln Continental Mark V. Look at that baby. Is that not just groovy? Groovy. Is that not just cool? Look at that. Man, that baby was just so clean and something else. And man, these are some heavy cars and big. I had a detail shop in the 80s and man, I had to buff and wax so many of these things, and that's a lot of car to buff and wax, and everything was hand wax, Carnauba wax, and cleaning them. They're just big, heavy cars. A lot of work cleaning one of these, and but they were pretty nice. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. Pretty short video as far as the cars. Most of it was me rambling about the damn motorcycle. But yeah, I seen that Treat Williams video and was like, dang man, it's exactly what I'm talking about. And I already been worrying about this, you know, my grandson this whole time, so it all just fell right in. I'm like, see, it's exactly what I'm talking about, man. And like I said, sorry I'm jumping on it again, but tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I mean, it is. It's just too dangerous. And like I said, I don't think he understands how bad he's going to feel. So, okay, if he fell asleep on the bike, how's he going to feel if he would have fell off of that thing? Went skipping down the highway. Ain't no taking it back. Once it's done, there's no taking it back. It just makes no sense to me, man. I just don't. It's not worth it. No matter how much fun it is, it's not worth it. And so yeah, it just drove me crazy. And I mean, I worked with a guy. This is a short story, but it's a sad one. I worked with a guy named Terry Holt in Texas. He was my boss at a car dealership. I was a make-ready man, done repairs and stuff. And a super nice, this is country guy. He's a country boy. Super nice guy, man. I mean, it's super nice. Do anything for you, everything. And he lived in the country, and he had a lot of land. So he used a tractor to mow everything, but around his house, he used a little riding lawnmower up next to his house, and he always parked his truck up in the yard. And he had like a 3-year-old boy that got out of the side door, and they didn't even know it. He had an area in the yard where he played. It was kind of fenced off, but he got out and he got under the truck, and he didn't even know he was under the truck, and he ran him over. And he said it ate him up forever. And then this was, I mean, for years it ate him up. And because he always looked under his truck before he moved it. And this time he didn't even look under his truck. He already knew, or thought he knew, where his son was. And He wasn't. He got out and got under his truck. It was so terrible, man. It was just, and I knew him for a long time, so I think it ruined him. After that, every time he saw me, he was drinking. Still a nice guy, but he'd go to work. We got off, he was drinking. You seen him on the weekends, he was drinking. He just spent, I don't know what he's doing now, but he probably just spent the rest of his life trying to drink away what happened. And it sucks because, especially since he always looked under his truck, and that one time he didn't look under his truck. And honestly, just his story, I can't hardly move my car without subconsciously looking to see if something's there. I don't even know why. It just subconsciously, I have to make sure there's nothing there. And I always feel like now, that one time I don't do that, I'm gonna run over something or someone. It's so weird how those little things change the way you think. I felt so bad for him, man, after that. It just was, it was terrible. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good remainder of your week. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Am I just a little too protective or freaking out or something? But God, it drives me crazy. And before I go, God save the Queen! Peace. Outro.